Okay, Bob Murphy. This will be the fifth formula that I think is very useful. Real quick, we'll look at that green card again. We're going to look at the math book, the official math book, real quick again, and then we're going to take the example from video 3400. We're going to take that example, just reverse engineer it. Remember, part of this all is my experience as a teacher, that people that clunk around on the calculator and can't get the right answer from pushing the buttons, they tend to throw the whole mess out the window. Like, just, they don't want to deal with any of it. So we'll clunk around a little bit, try to get that, try to get it so that you know that you can push the buttons the right way. And I'm not trying to be insulting. It's frankly very easy to screw up. Now, so here we are again. Notice that in video 3400, we did this formula right here. And then this video 3500, we took the formula number 4 with a little 4 and we solved it for R. Now, those of you who are kind of okay with algebra, all I did to solve this number 4 for R, you take the reciprocal of all this garbage. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Here's the new formula, okay? Notice the A of P is down there, that little I, the 1 minus quantity 1 plus I to the minus N. Now that's all in the denominator. So when we work through these problems in a moment, well, we'll see. Now, what I want to show you over here is that it's kind of hard to see. I use this when I'm talking to people, like, you know, I carry it in my pocket. Kind of weird, I know. Notice that hopefully you did 3400, video 3400, right? So we have $277.33 a month we can spend. How much can we borrow? Now, it turned out for me, with an 8-year loan at 3%, I could borrow $23,643. Now, I'm really looking at not what I can borrow, but how much of a car can I afford, right? 23 grand, you can get a reliable car. You should be able to get a reliable car. And now when we did your example, you was a teenage 19-year-old out of high school, right? I'm getting 3% interest. You're getting 9%. Maybe with today's interest rates, I'm getting 5%. You're getting 15. You're paying a hell of a lot more than me. They're not going to give you no 8-year loan, probably. They'll give me one. And so we had figured out that I would be able to borrow $23,643. That was at 3% and 8 years. 12 times 9 is 96 months. Now, notice how the formula has all number 5. It's really got all the same numbers floating around it, but just, you know, different places. And when we solved the thing, if I borrowed $23,000, this is a cool thing. If I borrow $23,643 and I have to pay 3% interest and I have 8 years to pay it off, how much do I have to pay off per month? Well, we know the answer, but again, I want people to get comfortable with pushing the buttons on these stupid calculators. Where's the damn calculator? Well, anyway, this isn't the one I use, but you know, they're easy to screw up. So anyway, stop share, boom. And all right, I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. You guys, this is the math book. I stole it from for the 45th time. Here's right there. R equals I times a little p divide by that messy denominator, all right? Here's the problem, the amount of a loan. This is what we did in the last video. We saw that this student can borrow for in 4 years, 12 times 4 is 48, and then they were getting 12% interest. Ooh. This person could borrow $7,594, and that's at $200 a month repayment. So again, I steal this stuff out of the book. I'm not like tinfoil hat making this up. Now, all right, let's go to the money problem. So, bang. Here we go. All right. So, video 3500. This is since I started counting at 0. My first picture was 3500. My second picture of this school book was 3501. This is the third picture, but it's 3502. Oh, isn't that cool? Now, notice again. So I'm going to borrow $23,643. You're going to borrow $13,359. That is from the last problem, right? We're both, how much are we each going to have to pay? Oh, right. Okay, well, first off, I'm paying 3% interest. You're paying 9%. I have 8 years. I have 8 times 12 months, which is 96 payments to make. You have 5 times 12. You have 60 payments to make, right? And again, there's the formula. I copied it out of the book. I filled the whole thing out. Now, I didn't do this in the last video. I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. What I did next is notice the numerator and the denominator. I figured out both of them separately, and I wrote down each one separately. Remember this truncate to 4 decimals. It's something I talked about long time ago in videos. When I have like 8, 9, 12 decimals, I just go to the decimal point and I take the first 4, call it a day. Hold that thought, right? So a lot of the math weirdos I worked with are like, you're going to lose. It's not going to be precise. And yeah, okay. Thanks. Wow. So in my example, if I do the numerator correctly, I get 59.1075. Please make sure you do that on the calculator. If you do the denominator, you got 0.2131. And then when you divide these things, you get R equals $277.36.3697. That was pretty close, actually, all right, to what we originally had plugged in. I can't remember, was it $277.33 or was it $277? I mean, close enough. Now, when you do what I was calling your situation, right, the 9%, 5 years, again, notice the numerator. If you do everything right, you should get that for a numerator. Notice the denominator. If you do everything correctly, you should get that for the denominator. And ooh, bada bing, look at those 2 values. They're about, what, 6 cents off? I mean, who cares? And I'm serious, who cares? Okay, because here's the thing. When you go buy a car, a house, and you use these kinds of formulas, you're always going to be a couple bucks off either way, all right? Now, if that causes your monthly budget to go to shit, and then you're getting your house repoed because of $4, you probably shouldn't have been in that house, or your car's getting towed away over $4 a month. I mean, give me a break. So because when you go in to buy a car, you go in to buy a house, they get all these little tricky. You think this formula is bad? You got to see what these people do to nickel and dime you to death. So it's going to be, you're going to be a couple bucks off, but at least you're close. Okay. So 5 formulas. What's going on with this camera? Okay. Stop share. Every time I get used to how the camera works. 5 formulas. What the hell is going on with this thing? Yeah, whatever. You know what? I won't do this for 2 more months and I don't remember how any of this works. All right. Sayonara. Stop.